Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those that don't know me, I'm Kerry. I'm the redhead reseller, sell across eBay, Vinted and Etsy. Currently in the process of setting up cross-list and giving that a go and see what it's like. It seems to be the cheapest one, but also offers quite a lot as well, and it's unlimited items. So I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. Today though, we're doing a sales update. So we've added nearly £1,000 back on due to my car. Yay. So before we go through that, I'm going to talk about promoting on eBay. So I've always promoted at 9%, and it's always worked well. I mean, I hate seeing the promotion fees come off, but it works. I then knocked it down to 2.5% because most people on YouTube that I watch are doing it around 2.5 to 3%. So I knocked it down. Well, my sales hit hard. Like they dramatically dropped. So 2.5 is not working for me. So I've knocked it back up to 9%. Oh, and guess what? Sales have started coming through properly again. So that's really annoying. It meant the beginning of my March has been pretty bad. But yeah, I've put it back up to 9% now. I feel comfortable with 9%. Yeah, it just works for me. So promotions have gone back up. Do you guys promote? What do you promote at? I'm intrigued to know and what works for you. But all my stock now is less than a year old, apart from 53 items I am down to, or was. I've got a feeling that's gone down even further, which is fantastic. So yeah, older item stock is definitely disappearing quickly now, which is great. I think I'm down to like 18 from like 18 months ago. Yeah, the rest of it's from last year, beginning of last year before March. So that's fantastic. It's moving quickly. Means I've not got stock hanging around for absolutely ages, and anything that is like that, once the car boots are up and running again properly, I'll take it all to a car boot and start doing car boots, get rid of the stock that's like a year or older. Obviously in winter it's hard to do. Right, so sales update. We started on we ended last time on £14,684.17. My car has needed not only a new battery because the stop-start starter stopped working. On top of that, it wasn't running properly. If it went down to minus numbers, my car was just like, not having it, battery's died. I had to put the jump start on it every time. So new battery cost me £90.40 or something on eBay. And then my flywheel went. I was on my way to the Peak District for the weekend to go and try out my new awning on my car for my car camping, and go hiking for the weekend. I got an hour into the drive, it made a horrendous noise, like so bad. So I went into panic mode, pulled over. I had friends saying they'll come and help. I didn't have AA cover at the time. I know. I now have AA cover for £7.50 a month, so that's fantastic. So then I had my housemate drive down to me and drove behind me all the way back, which was really good of him, just in case that anything did happen and I needed a lift back and the car was buggered. And then I had a local mechanic look at it, and it sat for a week. I then drove it and it drove fine. I did about 60 miles, I'd say, in it after that noise. That was driving it back and driving it round, just trying to test it to see what was going on and try and get it to make the noise again. It didn't. Not once did it make that noise again. So another mechanic looked at it and told me there was nothing wrong with it. It was fine. I need to stop worrying. And if the noise comes back again, we'll deal with it. That doesn't work for me. If my car's made a noise that bad, I know there's something wrong with it. I could hear something slightly off of it when I was driving it just around the corner. So I knew there was something wrong with it. And obviously I car camp and hike a lot. I'm on the motorway every weekend, at least 2 or 3 times every weekend. I can't risk going on that motorway knowing that my car could break at any point. So it sat round for a week. It then managed to get booked in with another mechanic, so he couldn't do it because he was away until the week after, which brought us to this week. It's now gone in, and as of tonight, it's now fixed, and I'm picking up tomorrow. So I've not had a car for 3 weeks. Luckily, my mates lent me a car for 2 of those 3 weeks, which has been fantastic. But the mechanic has told me that the flywheel and the clutch were absolutely buggered. So I knew I was right. I knew there was something wrong with my car. So if you're ever unsure about your car, just go and see another mechanic. If you don't feel comfortable with what you've been told, go and see someone else. Because if I'd left my flywheel and carried on driving it as normal, it could have done the gearbox in, which would have meant my car was going to be a very expensive fix or just done. So that cost me, including the battery, altogether £937.95. Luckily, I found a mechanic that did it cheaper. If I'd gone elsewhere, that was a minimum of a £1,300 job. If I'd gone to Vauxhall, £3,000 job. So yeah, we've upped the money back for that, which isn't the end of the world, but at least I've actually had the money to be able to pay for it, which has been fantastic because I wouldn't have been able to back in the day. I would have been borrowing money off people or just without a car. So, yeah. On top of that, I've spent £31.50 in the charity shops and the car boot because I finally got to a car boot. Not that I bought much. I went to 3. They were tiny. I bought like 4 items. So yeah, I'm really excited for proper car boot season to come back. Especially now I've had this brilliant weather. Like we're on the 19th of March now. The weather has been fantastic in Leeds. So yeah, that's everything that's being added back on. Now for the sales side of it, 7 minutes in, I've not even done a single sale. So Etsy, I've had one sale from Etsy. I really need to start paying attention to Etsy more rather. I'm just not paying attention to it. With the cross-list now, I'm going to start cross-listing everything because I just want to start making use of these other platforms properly and get these sales in properly. So, first item the only item on Etsy was this cigarette case. See, I don't even edit my videos, so anything I mess up on, you see in the video. I don't have time to edit and remove random bits like that. You'll just have to deal with it. Nice and raw. Anyway, this cigarette case cost me 10p out of that £10 bundle. So it's still chipping away at selling it, and I sold it for £17.24. So that's fantastic. We're now then moving to Vinted. I bought these baby Doc Martens. I don't even have kids. I still wanted to keep them just because they're so cute. I paid £2 for them. I sold them for £7. Obviously no fees across Vinted at all. This blazer, I bought it for £1. I sold it for £12. It hung around for a long time, and it was new with tax, like a £70 blazer. I'm just glad it's gone. These shoes cost me £2. They would have sold for a lot more, but found out the actual sole had come away, so they needed gluing back on. So I sold them for £6. And then this Coach purse I bought for £2.50. Still had its tags inside of it. It was new. I sold it for £30. I loved it, but I'll never make use of it, so it needed to go. I don't tend to use purses very often. So that's everything for Vinted. Then we move on to eBay. So I got this shampoo and conditioner, brand new, cost me £6. I sold them for £13. Weren't really worth picking up, but they sold and I made profit. This stapling machine was out of the £10 bundle, so it cost me about 10p. Sold it for £14.99. These Beatrix Potter figures cost me £1. Sold them for £7.99. all these small bits seem really annoying when they're going for like £8, but every £8 adds up. This Body Shop item cost me 20p. I saw it was £6.39. This pull along horse, bought it for 50p. It did have damage. I sold it for £12.79. This Orvis jumper cost me £1. Sold it for £15.99. This mug cost me 50p. Sold it for £8. These photo frames cost me 20p. They were part of my £5 bundle. Sold them for £11. This little police figure cost me £1.20. I don't know why it cost me £1.20. I don't know where it came from to cost me £1.20. It must have been in a bundle of stuff. Sold it for £4.99. This tray cost me 10p out of the £10 bundle. I sold that for £8.99. This Stein cost me £1. I hung around for ages. I just wanted it gone. I sold that for £5.59. This tie didn't hang around very long. Bought it for £1.50. I sold it for £15.99. Bought two of them from a charity shop not too long ago. I've still got the other one. Both £1.50 each. This Avatar plush. I nearly didn't pick this up because it was £4 for a plush, which seems stupid, but it sold for £19.99 quite quickly, so I'm glad I picked it up. I picked up two Spider-Man toys for 10p each, and they both sold the same day or a day apart of each other. They've hung around for ages, but they sold within 24 hours of each other. One sold for £7.99, the other one sold for £7. Happy with that. This water filter, it was mine. Amazon really messed up an order like a year ago, so it didn't end up actually costing me anything. I got it for I sold it for £6.99. It was for my water filter when I lived in my last place, but I don't have the water jug anymore. So yeah, that's gone. This cat cost me £1. Sold it for £19.99. This mouse cost me £3. Sold it for £9.99. And then lastly, this Ben 10 figure cost me 50p. I sold it for £8.99. So a lot of toys are going out at the moment, which is great. That's everything that has sold. Well, I ended the video thinking that was everything. It wasn't. I had a second page, which I was even looking at for the final total. So we have this moon jacket. I paid £5 for. I was struggling to find stuff that day, so I just bought it. I only sold it for £11. Not much profit in it at all, if anything. This rainbow plush I bought for 50p. I sold it for £13.92. This Ted Baker didn't cost me anything. My mum gave me them. Sold them for £14.99. This Cool Master didn't cost me anything. It was my dad's. Sold it for £14.99. This Harvey Nichols diary. Bought it for £1. Literally about 2 weeks ago or something. Sold it for £10.99. A magnifying glass, can't even speak. Cost me 10p out of the £10 bundle. Sold it for £7. These IKEA holders, they cost me £1 not too long ago as well. Sold them for 25. This suit cost me £5. Sold it for 20. This mug, one of the better selling mugs that I've had. Bought it for £1.95. Sold it for £17.99. Really good going. These bowls didn't cost me anything. Got them for free off Facebook. Sold them for £23.25. The Humax remote was part of my dad's stuff, so it didn't cost me anything. Sold it for £7.99. This hand puppet cost me 50p. Sold it for £12.99. This Jules dress cost me £1. Sold it for £12.99. These Fisher Price people, they were vintage. Some of them were older than me. Bought them for £2 a couple of weeks ago. I sold them for 20. This Hikvision DVR was my dad's, so it didn't cost me anything. Sold it for 80. And this pan cost me £1. Sold it for £14.99. Now that's everything. So now we'll resume back to me ending the video. So obviously we're back up. So we started on £14,684.17, and we're now back up to £15,234.89, which isn't too bad, to be honest. Hopefully come the next sales video I'll be back at the 14,000 mark where I was last time. But yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I'll be at least back down into the 14,000 very soon, definitely. With some of the sales that I've already got gone out this week, yeah. But that's everything. So until the next one, please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see all of you again very soon. Bye.